So we have these wonderful women to talk about their success. So we have Dr. Cheryl, Barbara, and Adrian, and myself, and our fearless leader. She's always giggling. She has an infectious laugh.
That's right, a signature laugh. I like that. Signature. Well, thank you, amazing MC. Can we give her a round of applause? She's just doing an amazing job. Thank you.
This is the person who hides behind the curtain.
But I am taking the microphone. And this segment, I love doing. It's an opportunity to highlight people that are really stepping forward in powerful ways. And I think that's important to do. So I was wearing red kind of in honor of shining and stepping forward, my red buddy. Got this table like that. It works. What I've asked them to do, so you know how this game, quote unquote, is played, is I've asked them to share some way of impacted their life, and I'm hoping in a positive way, but they have discernment and I have editing power of the video. No. So some way I've impacted them. And then I want them to really shine, step forward, and share some of the things that they're doing. I think they're doing amazing things. They're stepping out in really powerful ways, and I wanted you to have the opportunity to know about it and to celebrate with them. Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay. And they have 5 minutes to do it. So are we game? Amazing success panel. No, I'm going to go in the order I choose. I know. I'm feisty like that. Oh, I am going to introduce Barbara Gross to you first. Now, Barbara and I have been in the journey for a while here. We met originally, well, I'll let her tell the story because she's going to tell the story about how we originally connected. And from the first moment I met Barbara, I loved her energy. She just always makes me smile. She's positive and powerful, great sense of humor. And she just recently released her, do you want to hold it up? Dun, da-da! Beautiful, best-selling book, Humorous Adventures with Barbara. So we just celebrate that with her beautiful bestseller ribbon on the cover. We're very excited for her. There you go. And I just wanted to give her an opportunity to share a little bit of what she's doing, what she's looking to do. You got a little bit of a taste in the introduction. So it is my privilege and honor to bring to the center of the stage the amazing Barbara Gross. Let's welcome her. Woo!
Thank you.
I'll give you either way. I'm always for the hug.
A habit. I want to thank Rebecca very much. She has been so helpful to me with all the things that I'm doing and opening up so many different opportunities. I can't even, well, I will try to tell you all of them. I just love to laugh. I love cracking myself up, but more importantly, I like to crack up other people. And I don't tell jokes. Did you hear the one about? I tell stories about things that really happen to me, but people say, why are all these funny things happening to you? And I say, if you listen carefully, they really weren't that funny at the time. But it's how you choose to react to any situation, and I believe we all have a choice. So I wanted to become a motivational speaker. How do I do it? Rebecca had a talent search, and it happened to be a torrential rainstorm. I couldn't believe it. It never rains in California. It did that day, but I did the talent search, and after that, it was just a connection that I had with Rebecca. We hugged afterwards in the hallway, and tears came out of my eyes. I just knew there was a connection there from the very beginning. And after the talent search, Rebecca asked me if I wanted to be on a radio show. Sure. Do you want to have your own television show? Sure. I created 26 episodes of the Humorous Adventures with Barbara on the RHG network. And then Rebecca asked me if I wanted to participate in some anthologies. I said yes. And I'm a co-author in 2 books, Bloom Where You're Planted and Shine, and Grandmother Legacies. And then Rebecca gave me the opportunity to be in my own book, and it's The Humorous Adventures with Barbara, that is now on Amazon for Kindle as well as the printed version. And so I'm so excited to have happened to me all these things, and it wouldn't be possible without Rebecca. So I just want to thank you, Rebecca, so much. I love you.
I love you too, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. In a book signing event.
Yes.
Just saying.
I brought some extra books with me, so if you'd like to have an autographed copy, please come and see me. I'd love it. Thank you.
And then we'll be in Sacramento.
Oh,
I was just thinking for those people in Sacramento.
yes, for those people in Sacramento, Rebecca and I will be at a book signing at the...
We'll get you details, but it's next Saturday in Sacramento.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barbara. Then we have our amazing MC that has been holding space and supporting us all day. And she shared that we've been on this journey with each other for a while. She actually helped me with my wedding. So we have been on this journey a long time together. You're a dear friend of mine, and I'm just so proud of all the things that you're leaning into, that you're stepping forward, and she's a leader of leaders. She has a radio show that's very popular called Leadership Stars. It's syndicated on multiple networks. And she's creating programs. So she was saying how she was Dare to Dream, now Dare to Lead. And she's launching just amazing programs to help leaders build the skill of leading. Can we lean in and warmly welcome to the center of the stage our amazing Linda Patton.
Thank you. Yeah, it has been a great long journey with Rebecca. In fact, I'd like her up here because I love to share the fact that we have been friends for a really, really long time. Mm-hmm. I was one of those people who, like her, said to my first coach, I don't have a website. I don't write blogs. I'll never write a book. Radio and television? I don't think so. Maybe in my next lifetime. And social media? No. Never, ever. Well, I'm now on my second website. I have a book called The Art of Herding Cats, Leading Teams of Leaders. Plus, I'm in 4 compilations, and one this year. We did the Inspirations piece, which fits with Leadership Inspirations, which is a 52-week video program of inspiration. So it starts with a quote, then it's a little teaching, and an action for the week. And I'm getting great compliments from people like Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
I subscribe. It's wonderful. Yeah, I enjoy it.
And it's just a great thing to sit with your coffee in the morning on Monday morning and just start your week. And if you have a team, it's fantastic to be able to then have a conversation about that quote and how the team would work with it and all that. Let's see, what else? I write for your magazine. Mm-hmm. And I have been on several television programs, including, not one with you. Yes, one with you as when we were a team. Mm-hmm. But I really got a bug about movements. When the women's movement hit at the coronation, the coronation of Donald Trump, and yes. And, we all came out and we marched, and yes, we had very interesting hats. But then it was like smoke, and it slipped away. And I got really perturbed that we had movements in us as women. We had things we wanted to see change. We had small things like neighborhood watches and arts back in the schools and that kind of thing. And Rebecca really encouraged me to step into that. And so I've created Seeds of a Movement, and if you read my article actually in your magazine, it follows that journey of starting with planting those seeds. I thought it was very serendipitous that this is also what Rebecca talks about, but to really teach women how to grow that movement and to have an intensive day where they get a chance to, what's your vision? What are the things that you need to do? Who are the people that you need to create electric connections and allies with? And the key is, how do you preach your message? And you'll actually get a chance to stand on a soapbox and preach your message. So it's on October 21st, and I'd love any of you to have a conversation with me about that, because I am so excited, and I can't wait to have all of these movements moving.
Love it.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
that's what I'm. Oh, and I do have a new book coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
probably
yeah. Share it.
2019 at this point. And I think you'll appreciate the title. It's "No One Stood Up When I Walked in the Room: One Woman's Journey from Command to True Leadership." Having been a major in the United States Army, your expectation when you walk in the room is everyone will stand up. And they don't. And getting used to that and not seeing it as disrespect has been a challenge for me, but we're getting there. We're into influence leadership. Yeah. So I thank you, Rebecca, for everything we've been able to do together. We just spent 4 hours working on sponsorship. We have another 4 hours to go, because it was not my genius, is dealing with sponsorship, and it's hers. And it's been absolutely wonderful. I love what we do together, and this is an honor to be your MC on your stage as well. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Love it. Thank you. Did you want to describe the VIP gift?
Oh.
Thank you, Linda. Dr. Cheryl Lentz. Now, we've started working together a little more recently.
Yeah, just a couple months.
Yeah. And it's just been such a joy. She's a powerful publisher, and I just love your heart. I love how you help these doctoral studies actually get into people's hands. The information that people pull together can get out into the real world and make the difference that they want it to make. So I think you do really, really powerful work, both as a teacher and a publisher, and I welcome you to our stage. Let's welcome Dr. Cheryl Lentz.
It's just Cheryl today, but thank you very much. It's amazing where being in this space is we know we don't meet people by accident. And how I met Rebecca was a very interesting, several emails found their way to me, and we still to this day can't figure out how, because our commonalities don't mix, but that email kept showing up. And so I made an appointment, because what she does in anthologies is what I've been trying to do in the academic world for a while now. I want to have a powerful message, because too much gets stuck in academia. And so when I went and had earned my doctorate in leadership, one of my professors said, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? And she said, you found a problem, you be the solution. And so I created a company 10 years ago. And I was concerned that our stage wasn't large enough to get our message out, because what often happens is we will do all the research that typically happens in academia is by doctoral students. The problem is it's written in doctoral gobbledygook, is the way I look at it. I have a student right now, I'm not kidding you, her doctorate is 646 long pages. And I don't want to read it any more than she wanted to write it. But the idea is with the Refractive Thinker series is we take all of that and we cull it down into a chapter, an anthology, that says, what did you find? Why do we care? How do you make or save money on it? All the highlights. So we write with our marketing hat, not with our academic hat, because I was being worried that too much was getting lost. And it took me 4 years, more than 4 years to earn my degree. I didn't want it to go unnoticed just to get my doctor title. And so when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And so Rebecca shows up in my life and decides to help us after a few meetings, going, I need the expansion, I need the exposure, I need the media reach that I couldn't do yet. And so for the first time on August 16th, she's taking my beloved Refractive Thinker. We are now 15 in its series. The first one will go bestseller on August 16th. And I am so thrilled beyond words. You have no idea that an academic anything is going to go best-selling, right? And so this is the part, but I want to be able to reach out that there is a message that's getting lost here. And I know a lot of academics have the ability to, a closed mouth does not get fed, is what one of my students taught. And a lot of people are very amazed with what I've been able to do so far. And the reason, I asked. when I was sitting in a meeting, and we're doing this fall is our next book that Rebecca will be helping, and it's the Refractive Thinker Volume 15 on nonprofit. As I was having lunch with Frank Shankowitz, the founder of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, okay? It doesn't get any bigger than that. We had lunch at an event, and I asked him, I was like, Frank, we're doing this book for nonprofit. Would you write the foreword? He says, uh-huh. That's it. Nothing more cosmic than that. He goes, absolutely. When the time comes, you let me know. His movie's coming out in the fall. Our book will be with it. And now we've got a joint promotion. All I did was ask. And I was never more shocked that he said yes. It was awesome. And so that's the way many of our books have come into being, is simply that I was scared to death. I was petrified. I even asked a 4-star General Joint Chief of Staff for our Volume 10. General Fogelman wrote the foreword for that one for us, and a lot of people are very amazed. All I did was knees shaking and the ability to ask and open my mouth, and they said yes. And I was knees shaking and asked Rebecca, and she said yes. So I want to tell you that all things are possible, but you have to believe. Shaking, stuttering, fearful, and things will happen. And so that's where I'm on the stage, to be able to look at what happens next. I don't know, but I think it's going to be an amazing journey. And I just want to thank you for letting me be part of it. So thank you very much, and thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you. Did you want to share about your radio show? I was just thinking.
That's right.
That's
This is
launching.
something that I, too, was in Talent Search, and it was an amazing thing that on September 6th, I will be debuting my radio show on the Voice America Network. This was very interesting, is that Robert C. Leonius, who's my executive producer now, he said, Cheryl, we've never had all of the people who decide who's going to be on the show have a unanimous decision. And I said, really? He says, you're talking about the F word people won't talk about. The name of my show is Fail Faster, Succeed Sooner with Dr. C. And one of the gifts I have on the table is my very first publication. That was chapter 10 of that story that we'll share about success through failure. Quickly, I never thought that failure was an option. I was a recovering perfectionist. Now it's a failure's the only option. And now I'm going to talk about that F word, life in person, on a radio show that debuts September 6th, of which Rebecca is going to be doing the interviewing, the MC for me. So thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. We're excited for you. Congratulations. Adrienne, I've been calling her doctor because I just named her Dr. Adrienne Jefferson Choffer. So she gracefully let me know, so I apologize for that, but I'm so excited to have you here, have you on our stage. Dr. Adrienne, see, I have to retrain my brain. I'm so, thank you. She is such a gifted storyteller, a beautiful speaker, a beautiful writer. You're just captivated right into the words. And through that, she's able to share these amazing life journeys. She really opens up her heart and shares what she has learned along the way to really uplift others. So I love your ability to tell stories, your willingness to stand and share so much of your heart so richly. So it's a privilege and an honor to have you here today. Let's please welcome to the center of the stage, Adrienne Jefferson Choffer. Woo!
Yes, I'm Adrienne Jefferson Choffer. How many of you, when you go home, the first thing that you do is go right into your pajamas?
With the fuzzy slippers.
Because we can be ourselves and we can be safe. We don't have to impress anyone. And this is one of the reasons why I love working with Rebecca. Because she built this community that is a place where we can feel safe. We can feel secure. We can share ourselves. You mentioned vulnerability. That's not easy when you're sharing personal stories. I wanted to be a motivational speaker, and that's how I connected with Rebecca with the speaker series. How did I end up writing a book about my life? Well, it started with an anthology. And so I stepped into that. Rebecca said, well, you should think about telling your story. Well, I wasn't sure that's what I wanted to do. I want to speak. I'm not a writer. But Rebecca, she supported me and encouraged me in such a way to make me understand, to help me see your voice has value and it can help so many people. Don't underestimate that. Don't think, oh, well, people have heard the horrid stories of child abuse. They hear it all the time. Every time you go on Yahoo, there's always a story about it. Homelessness. Do I look homeless? But that's me right now. That wasn't me 20 years ago as a young teenager on the streets of New York struggling with no place to go. I don't want to tell that story. She made me feel safe enough to tell that story. She made me feel safe enough to share what happened to me as a child and the abuse. But she also made me feel safe enough to share. She empowered me to share the story of forgiveness and how that worked in my life and how that can impact others when that is shared, the experience is shared. I want to thank you so much for empowering me, supporting me, and giving me that safe space where I could put on the fuzzy slippers and the pajamas and the robes and take off this makeup and hair and sit down in front of the computer and tell my story and open my heart. This is why I love being here with you, because all I see in front of me, and there's not faces, I see open hearts ready to receive. Thank you for helping me. It feels like it was labor, but the book launch. But October 18th, the book will be launched. Thank you, Rebecca, for that opportunity. Thank you for inviting me to be a contributor on your magazine as well. Also sharing stories of empowering women. Yes, I am a coach, but I wanted to help others. And here in the process, you helped me so much in sharing my story too. And in the process, I helped others, so we see the cycle. So it's an honor to be here, to be a part of this community that Rebecca has built. Thank you for the safe space and the support that you've given all of us here. I'm just honored, and it's a privilege. And I believe I'm also part of the anthology that's coming out next month. Step Forward and Shine. So thank you for allowing me to do that as well and feel empowered to step forward and to shine brilliantly. It's been a privilege, and I look forward to continue to work with you.
Thank you. So I want everyone to write on their calendar October 18th. Can help us get the word out. We're going to be doing a special promotion for the first 24 to 72 hours. You're able to secure this beautiful book for $1 and add that to your library. And we're really committed to getting it out. That's right, to as many hands and hearts as possible. So we would love your support if you're willing to echo that out when you see it in social media. That would just be a privilege. And you've gotten a little bit of a taste of her heart, and her book is just as powerful. So it has been a privilege and an honor on my side as well. So I look forward to all that we will get to do and continue to do. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. So if I could have our amazing panel stand one more time and step forward all the way to the front of the stage as we're stepping into the center of our lives and shining. Let's give them one more round of applause. Woo! Thank you for stepping forward, shining, and sharing your beautiful lights. Thank you. Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speaker, talentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message.